Okay, AJ, you ready for part 2?
Oh yeah. Do you want to introduce it, or do you want me to?
I want you to introduce it this time. You gotta do something funny. Do something funnier than me. You gotta be real funny.
Welcome back. Welcome back, friends, to more Leisure Suit Larry, where the frame rate is often choppy, and combined with the abundant screen tearing, these visual issues really put a strain on you. And that review comes courtesy of Chris Waters at CT Waters from May the 7th, 2009 at 5:53 p.m. PDT via GameSpot.com. And I present this to you before you leave in the comments that fix your fucking screen tearing, because apparently that is just a feature of the game, much like the unintended features of many Bethesda games.
It's a feature.
You see that hill over there, that metaphorical hill, that building over there? I'm sure you can climb it, right?
Which hill? That shark?
Oh no, I was just making a joke. It wasn't that like a Skyrim thing? If you see that mountain, you can climb that mountain or whatever.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. Fucking Nintendo did the same thing with Breath of the Wild. You see that? You can go there and you can climb it.
Yeah, but you can on Breath of the Wild, though, can't you?
That's true. And then when you get to the edge of the world, it's just a cliff and you just fall down it.
Is that what happens on Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
I mean, there's always going to be an edge, so like I feel like I can't fault Bethesda that much on that one. Yeah, I mean, there's a limit to eventually there's a mountain that you can't climb because the game has to have a limitation. Maybe that probably, because I don't have all the context, like I just kind of remember them saying that, and I've seen the memes. I'm sure they were probably touting the size of the world, and they probably like oversold it a little bit. For its time, Skyrim is a pretty big game.
Oh yeah, no, Skyrim was a huge game for its time. I remember when I first booted it up, I was like, holy fuck!
Yeah, they probably just kind of oversold it a little bit and didn't live it up to it in classic Peter Molyneux style. But I do appreciate this Austin Powers type situation you found yourself in.
Oh shit, no! I absolutely fucking Austin Powers it. I can
Man, the first Austin Powers is genius. I love that movie. Okay. But before we get distracted with other things and with ollies and things like that on the last episode, the other story that I was getting into was Blair, my fiance, called in some food for me to pick up.
Yeah.
'Cause she hasn't been feeling well, and we were like, hey, I'll pick us up something. We decided what we wanted. Yeah. And I went to go get it. So I pulled up and I walked inside and I'm like, yeah, I'm here to pick up a to-go order called in for Blair. And they were like, okay, right back around this way. And we'd eaten at Hooters before, and I was looking around. I don't know if I prefaced that because I said it in the last episode. We were getting to-go orders. We're getting some wings and some fries from Hooters. Because the place that I usually prefer for that kind of thing wasn't open, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, well, I guess we'll get Hooters. Anyway, as the host type person was taking me to the area where he said, this is where you get the to-go orders, and so will be with you. I was looking around, I was like, man, they have really changed this place. They've like remodeled this place. I've only ever been to Hooters once, and we went there and like ate in store. That's like the only time I've ever been to a Hooters. And I was like, man, they've really changed this place. And I was looking around. Who's the newbie? And then we got back there, and I kept looking around, and I was like, and then it hit me. I was like, all right, kid, this isn't Hooters. This is Outback Steakhouse. And
how is that?
I was inside of Outback Steakhouse. And I was like, oh, this is awkward now because I'm already back here where the ticket orders, and this other person is going to be coming, and and the guy that brought me up there was walking away, and I was like, oh, which way is the restroom? And he told me it was on the other side of the place, and I was like, all right, I won't wait for this person. I'll go to the restroom, and then I'll leave. And I was like, well, that's going to be weird because he's the host. He's going to be back up front. You don't see me leaving without my stuff. So I was like, oh, this is fucking weird. So I walked back up to the front of the store, and he was like, oh, the restroom's inside. I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. I guess I was just distracted. I don't know, just looking down at my phone. Like, this is really weird and embarrassing, but like, I'm in the wrong store. I was going to Hooters. And then I just left. And it was probably really weird. And I said it with about that degree of enthusiasm and inflection. And because I didn't know what to do besides for just like own it. Like, oh, this is the usual like, thing. You just walk into the wrong stores and you know, just kind of own it a little bit and then move on. But now, in my defense, Hooters is right next door, and they both have a color scheme that is primarily of wood and orange. So, if you're not paying the most attention and you don't ever go to either of these places, like, I feel like maybe I'm stretching a little bit, but, you know, that's my defense. I don't ever go to either of these places, and they're both wooden and orange in their color scheme, and right next to each other.
Oh my god, that's amazing! I love that. I love that you're straight up, though. I love that you're straight up with the guy and be like, yeah, man, I fucked up.
I didn't know what else to do. I feel like that was the only thing, and it was probably really weird to him, but then he was probably just like, man, that was really weird, and moved on about his night and didn't consider it that much more. And he probably he'll probably tell some friend like, yeah, dude, I had this guy come in and like I showed him what the go orders were, and then he walked out and was like, oh man, I'm in the wrong place. I meant to go to Hooters.
Wait, so you didn't use the washroom, right?
No, I was using it as kind of a ploy to get out of there without having to have this awkward situation. But then it occurred to me immediately, like, okay, it doesn't matter because he's the host guy up front. I'm going to have to walk past him again. It's not like I could get out of it, and I was like, oh, fuck it, I just gotta... It's gonna get... If I don't do this, it's going to be extraordinarily more awkward if I'm here trying to plan this out for a couple of minutes. And then I'm like, minutes later into this, like, dude, this isn't even Hooters.
Oh my god, my stomach hurts. That's the best. That's fucking amazing.
That's my mom's
man.
phone number.
And then...
There.
I was at Hooters, and the food wasn't ready yet. That's fine.
Yeah.
So I sat at the bar, and I don't go to a lot of bars or sports bar restaurants or anything like that. And especially with the purpose of sitting at the bar and like watching the sports, or in the case of the way it was here, and it's probably not that uncommon, like talk to the Hooters girls and stuff like that. But there was this team of 3 dudes. I don't know if they were a team or not. There was 3 dudes there that I feel like were the embodiment of Southern stereotype, like negative rednecks stereotype. We'll say it that way, more like that way. And like, it's one of those things where I was there for a very long time, and I'll get to that part, but I was at Hooters for an extended amount of time waiting for this food. And one of them, they were saying something. I felt like I was in like a movie. It felt like a stereotypical scene in a movie, except for not this bad. Where like, you know, the guys at the bar are like, ha, 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 and talking to like the bartender, waitress woman and stuff like that, and then somebody has to get into a fight or something. I feel like we were like one step removed from that because everybody was in like a kidding mood, so it wasn't that serious. But I didn't feel that far removed from that type of situation, and it felt really weird. But then again, I don't go to those kind of places or to Hooters very often. We're just somewhere in between, like a sports bar, restaurant, wings place.
All you wanted was your food.
That's all I wanted was my food. But I was there, and one of the guys said something, and the waitress said some witty reply back, because I'm sure that Like, I'm sure that's just a part of the job because there's a certain dress code to Hooters, and that they have to put up with people at the bar. And like they were to me extremely annoying, but I don't know. I'll just get on with the story, I guess. I hated these people. Well, I'll say I hated these people at the bar, but these are I was there this extended amount of time. I started taking notes on the conversation at different points. So, guy says something, she says something, witty come back, and then one of the guys is like, "Oh, she took the redneck right out of you. Shots fired, man down." Hey, that should be the title of a podcast. What? Title of podcast? Yeah, redneck down. That's one conversation.
What the fuck?
And at this, man, I need to Google before I even tell this one because I don't know what this word was that he kept using. Hold up.
Wait, hold on.
Oh! Okay.
The ship isn't the only thing going down in this movie. Titanic.
Oh la la.
Oh, shit.
Now that's a film worth seeing. James Cameron.
Oh, dude, the tables are penises.
Oh, yeah, these dick tables. Beefcake Mountain.
Ooh.
Save Ryan's privates, huh? No one's made that joke, guys. Oh, they got it. They did it.
I can't read this one.
Yeah, I don't know what that one says either.
I don't know what that one. I wish there was a zoom in option.
Okay, so real quick. Apparently, a coot is a type of bird, a small water bird. They're members of the rail family, Rallidae. They constitute the genus Fulica, the name being Latin term for coot. They have predominantly black plumage, usually easy to see, often swimming in open water. Okay, well, he kept using this word coot, and I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I did not know what this word was. But anyway, now that we know what a coot is, he was like, "You're talking about a coot?" And hold on, let's see. What is it? Yeah, he was like, "You talking about a coot? You pile them motherfuckers, and then what you do, you get them in there, and you get under behind the canoe, and them motherfuckers, and then you get them motherfuckers, and then you brine them. That's good, brah. You wrap them in bacon."
Oh.
I'm trying to remember the particular accents and inflections they used. This one was difficult because he was saying this very quickly, and I was trying to type very quickly on my phone because I already missed part of this glorious conversation about coots, and I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, is this racist? I don't know what's going on over here. This feels offensive. Racist? It felt offensive. I don't know. And plus, they were. Maybe I stereotyped because they sounded redneck, and I just assumed. But anyway,
they were being racist because they sound redneck.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that I make that judgment frequently until they prove me otherwise. But that's
fair.
That's more. I feel like sometimes people mistake that kind of thing as a Southern stereotype. That is a racist stereotype, more specifically. And even then, it's not always true. So it's not, people always say, "Oh, stereotypes are bad," but I mean, stereotypes can be used for comedy and fun stuff like that. But I would say most rednecks are the embodiment of negative stereotypes. Like, I can't think of one that I know that I'm happy to know. I don't actively know any because I don't associate with them. Yeah. Now I sound like the bigot. Right? Oh. Am I right?
So,
nah, rednecks
coot,
suck.
A slang term referring to a middle-aged or old person, could be insulting depending on intent. That old coot.
Yeah. No, they were definitely talking about the bird in this case, but that's also interesting. Yeah. I didn't know the slang. So
I feel like I've heard coot before.
Maybe. I've heard kook, but like a silly person.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
I don't know if I heard coot. Maybe. But let me see what else I've got here. I've got only one other really notable thing that I wrote down from their conversation. I missed part of the conversation where they were talking about what they had to do the next day, and because one of them was like something like, "Oh, it ain't but whatever time it was," and it was like, it's time, we can go out, like it's Tuesday night, we got plenty of time. And then one of them was like, "Not everyone don't have to get up till 10 or later." Nah, he's like, "I gotta be out in the deer stand at 4:30 in the morning. I gotta get up. I can't be getting drunk. It's better to be half drunk than not drunk at all." And I made note.
Old rednecks.
I made note. Dude, these people weren't even that old. They looked like they were probably in their 30s. Like, I'm in my 30s. As a matter of fact, I recently turned 33.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh. Congratulations, AJ. 33 in 2020.
Let's see. I did make note real quick of what they were all drinking as they were talking about all this. And there were 3 of them primarily. And the one nearest to me was sipping on a Miller Lite. The one down from him had a Coors Light, and the one on the end had a Michelob Ultra. Nothing but shitty light beers amongst a lot of them. How much Miller Lite does it take to get a buzz, man? Come on, let's be real.
I guess, would they be like lightweights?
I mean, they probably wouldn't appreciate being called that, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess people have different expectations when they drink something like beer. Like, I don't like a lot of beers. There's only a handful that I like, and I like them because these are the ones, and these are the types that I like the taste of. I'm not drinking them to get slammed. Like, these are good. The buzz is a fun side effect.
But do you know what else is a buzz?
What's that?
The end of the episode.
Oh, already.
Does that work? No.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna lie.
It's maybe a buzz kill, maybe.
And buzz kill. There we go. Jess is sitting next to me. She's giving me a hard head shake of a no.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think my joke flew, but that's okay. Oh, maybe on next episode of Laser Suit Larry.
That joke's flying like a coot.
Oh shit! Damn it, AJ! I'm not funny, okay?
Oh, you're good, bro. We'll prove it to everybody next time.
On next episode, I promise I'll be funny, Mom. Mom, don't hate me, Mom. Love you.